area?
I think 2 or 3 people from SAP side looked into this. Maybe if you can look, it's better to have.
Okay.
Another perspective, so to say.
Sure. I'll put this in review. Yeah, we'll look at it.
A stupid question. Do you have any ATA when you will have time for a simple review?
Good question.
This week, next week, in 3 months?
Yeah, it's a bit difficult. I will leave it open. Maybe I'll do it after.
Yeah, we don't need to go into the details. It's just about that from SAP, we would like to have clarity if that goes into the right direction, even if it's not merged then until then.
Yeah, but I'm like, I wouldn't take my, like, I don't have a lot of context on this thing, right? So I would go with what Benjamin says, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be the first reviewer. I think Benjamin should take the lead on this one.
I have asked him, but didn't receive feedback so far.
No, but I've just assigned him. So at least that should trigger and give him an email. And otherwise I can ping him. But this is now, so yeah, we will just, I will reach out to him, see what he thinks.
Thanks.
Okay. Let's see. Is there, oh wait, there's other stuff there. Yeah. For this, it would be good to have Benjamin on the call. Let's go over this because context on this. Yes, this PR. This one got merged. These are modern VM sizes, or use more efficient VM sizes. There was an RFC in the community that was approved and it's merged. So now we're good to review these things and merge it and move ahead. I have asked Diego to review this because Bosch bootloader is maintained by the team that he runs, so it would be good for them to be involved to cut also a release for Bosch bootloader. So yeah, and it has only been 3 days since he was assigned. So,
and this would also end up in Bosch deployment and CF deployment, or
they're separate.
What else would this affect?
It will go into Bosch deployment, and I mean CF deployment does it do sizes? I don't think it.
Not sure.
Yeah, it's like cloud config, right? That's what this is. So there's one for Bosch deployment, Bosch bootloader, and Jumpbox deployment. And these VM sizes have been optimized for lower cost, but not for production use cases. Right, they've more been optimized, like, because in production people tend to like have opinions about these things anyway, right? But the cases where we don't have an opinion is usually in test environments, right, where you would just run Bosch bootloader or Bosch deployment as is, and then there would be cost saving in CI context, basically.
Good points, yeah.
Yes. Well, let's wait a bit for that one. State is here. Oh, there's comments. Okay, so it's just the README that needs to be updated. Okay. We'll do that, and then that can be merged.
So this is basically Justin suggested some changes in the docs, how we can run the tests, unit tests, but we are using direnv here and he didn't use it, and that's why I suggest something without direnv. I think it makes more sense to still stay with make it clear that you need to use direnv.
Is that true? Like you can use direnv, but sourcing it would also work, right? It is automatic when you use direnv.
Yeah, otherwise you need to source it by yourself. Yeah. We can go both ways. We can just describe how to source it. But the setup use direnv.
Yeah.
Already.
If there's already references to direnv in this project, then we can keep that. Otherwise, source is more generic, I guess. People using direnv will probably know that that will work automatically. People that don't use direnv will understand this better. So I think
I
that
have to also change directories, execute from different location if you don't use direnv.
That makes sense.
Yeah, you can also
Okay,
comment if.
But I mean, like, there's already context there, so we're just waiting for Justin, I guess. This one is logged, I guess, on the release still. Oh, this merged. Oh.
You need to check in the Ruby gems directory.
Why is there reference? So this is in Fog OpenStack. Why is there things here about start installing CPI? I don't think the Fog people will understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it seems like this is still being pushed forward, at least slowly. This one has a review. So this is just waiting on Behan, not Behan, Justin. This is the same, also OpenStack. This was a nice PR to update the docs. It contained a diagram change.
Felix identified that registry is gone, right?
Yes,
and so I
correct.
added a new one.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Behan, now your diagram is lost. It's gone. No one will ever remind of it.
I mean, other people, like there's a lot of people that usually just git blame all these files and they will go through the history, browse it, so they will see it.
Maybe we need to describe the history of the architecture.
Maybe like you need to add some credits on like what this work was inspired on, like, right? Quote the original work. Or at least the artist. Yeah. If we can get another approval, like this looks fine. Since Behan maybe has a lot of context in this, you can just add an approval. Or not, if he doesn't approve of his work being removed. Then we can merge this.
Yeah, this is basically fixing a dead link, right?
Yes. Let's see if this link is not that. Oh, wait. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that links to this. Okay, yeah. Okay.
I mean, there was an issue. Behan mentioned the right link and asked the reporter to fix it, but it seems he didn't care. Yeah.
Okay. We're not gonna bother with reviewing that more than this. Enough people that have looked at it now.
Yeah, and this is about that since 72.0, when we switched to Ruby 3.1, aliases are not supported. And we do have deployments within SAP that use aliases, and their manifest can be loaded right now. Yeah,
Okay,
and here we add that alias support back.
Yeah, I would ask to maybe add a test for that, so that we catch it in the future.
Yeah. So kind of integration test then, or what do you mean by test? Or unit test
Like,
all these
unit test would
separate...
work, right?
Yeah, but then
With a
it's
unit test,
about a lot of unit tests, right?
I mean, if
Isn't
we
it?
have it in one place.
Okay.
No, it's how does we were not. Oh,
I mean,
yeah, we're
because I first fixed the update deployment RB, yeah, module, but then I failed, and then you could read the manifest, but then later on while reading package, it failed again, and then it failed again while no. So a single unit test might not be enough.
No, ideally this would be, but I mean, like it's the same unit test, just in different, like lots of different places. But if this is something that you all rely on, right, would be good to have a unit test or unit test for this. Otherwise, yeah, we wouldn't be able to catch this in the future.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll add some.
Yeah. Shall I leave that as a review?
Yeah, why not?
Already moved. Here's the Bosch deployment one. Yeah, that just needs to be reviewed. This is quite an old PR that was just be inherited, basically. I have no context on this, what it does. Is the deployment working group using Bosch bootloader? Do you, Felix, do you know that or not?
Can you repeat the question? Sorry.
The deployments working group, like the one that maintains CF deployment, are they using like Bosch bootloader?
I don't think so. And so the entire working group, I don't know, but SAP does not use it as far as I know.
It's just like difficult, I think, for our working group to maintain Bosch bootloader, because it is like, yeah, it's a bit of Bosch, but it's mostly like having all these assumptions of like how to deploy CF, right? This is really tied to CF deployment.
Yeah,
Maybe we
I see that as well.
Maybe we should start the process of trying to move this over to their working group. What do you think, Bayan?
Yes, sounds reasonable. Yeah, we can discuss this.
Yeah, we'll create a PR to move it over. And then there we can have the discussion there, right? In that PR. And then
Yeah.
If everybody approves. Yeah. Okay. Let's do that. Yes, this is waiting on me. Is it? Yes, I think so. I just need to review that. Find time. Yeah, and if we move Bosch bootloader over, we should probably also move this over, because this is related to Bosch bootloader, BBL state resource. Okay. Is there anything else people want to discuss? I'll make some action items. Are there other people that are interested in like becoming reviewers? Because I'm gonna at least submit a PR to start that process.
So in general, I would be interested, but you know, I guess I'm really undereducated currently for that. Yeah, but in general, of course.
That's why I was asking how the path would look like. I think that is solvable, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if Matthias is interested, then we can just start working on this. Like I can maybe start the PR already to get you that status, and then we will probably just in that PR have to submit the proof that you are like eligible.
Mm.
So that would be a thing that we would just like start using to track how far off you are. But you already have a few PRs now that will get approved at some point. And then you will just need to start helping with like reviews, I guess.
And also, once you are a approver, that doesn't mean that if you don't feel confident in certain areas, that you cannot reach out to other people, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. What's it? Okay. That's it. And starting next week, Bayon, you will be gone for a while, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shall I remove you from like not removed, but there's like a GitHub team for the foundational working group, and there's a policy for with people that will be assigned pull requests or not. So I can take you out of the rotation for a bit.
It makes sense. So to not block the reviews.
Yeah.
Things that I can do until end of tomorrow, and the rest I will just ask you to reassign.
Yeah, just unassign yourself from the rest that you don't get to.
Okay.
Because then we will assign someone else.
How long is your parental leave?
2 months.
Ah, that's short.
Yes, that's really short.
I have so much.
My first kid, I had
Guys.
18 months. That was a horror.
Yeah. I had 2 months also for my first, but separated. Now I have it together. That I can see which is better, which approach is better.
So it's for your second child?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thanks all. If there's nothing else, then end early.
Okay, then see you.
Thank you.
See you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
All right.